Welcome back to the sideboard here at Star City Games Nashville. I am joined by
David McDarby.
David McDarby.
Hey!
Multiple-time SCG Open finalist.
Yeah, finalist.
And now versus Video Store.
Yep. And what can I say? I love fighting.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you played Blue-Eyed Red Geist in that video.
I did.
And you're not playing that so much.
Well, I was sorted by Brian Brown Dune. Right. You may have heard of him.
Yes. It's a big deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I live with him actually.
Okay.
Roommates, and it's the house that Slime built, and so with him sliming so much, I want to jump on the slime train too.
To slime as well, and you said before we started filming that the goal of this deck is to play a turn 3 acidic slime.
Yes, that's all I want to do.
That's all you want to do.
Poor man's dream. And then clone it multiple times.
And so you built basically what you were describing as the bug life.
The bug life, yeah.
You didn't choose the bug life chose you.
Well,
BBD chose you.
This is the deck that I chose actually.
So break down exactly what you're trying to do.
So it's a Heartless summoning deck. Heartless summoning shells are all black and green. You can choose white, you get like Restoration Angel, Angel Serenity. You can choose red, you have like Olivia and stuff, or you can choose blue, where you get clones. And clones are sweet because anything blue you can do better. So the goal is to get a Acidic Slime or Thractus out on turn 3. If not, turn 4. So then we have the Thractus, the Acidic Slimes, Desecration Demon, which is kind of boring. You don't see him a whole lot, but he's just a 6/6 or a 5/5 for 4 or 2. And just a big beater that can block or attack, kill people.
This is actually the second Desecration.
The second one. Someone else is playing that card?
Yeah, someone else is playing that card.
Okay.
We had a player who's playing a black-green deck. Desecration Demon, not a card that you see a ton of.
Not really.
I've seen it around the room, not just in your 2 decks, but in multiple decks this weekend. Did it get better since Dragon's Maze came out?
I guess people are realizing 6/6s for 4 drawbacks can do the job from time to time.
And that was another one of Evan Irwin's preview cards. That was his Return to Ravnica preview card. Mostly because you can tap this card so that your opponent
doesn't have to.
Right.
I don't get it. But so we have the Slimes, Thractus, and Desecration Demons, and then we've got clones. We have 3 Progenitor Mimics and 3 Evil Twins. Evil Twin can just copy their haste guy and kill it immediately, or just give you more Thractus or Acidic Slimes. Progenitor Mimic is also the other reason I want to play this card. It's followed footsteps with haste. Of course, the clone that keeps on giving. So if you just turn 3 Slime, turn 4 Progenitor Mimic, they're probably dead. Yeah. let's hope anyway.
Yeah. That's Glenn Jones's pick from above the curve as the Mythic ticket. You and BBD are both on the Progenitor Mimic plan, but people weren't playing it at first.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's just a clone, but not just a clone. Right. It's the super clone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's a clone every turn.
And then we have, if you're playing Heartless Summoning in blue and black, you gotta play Haven Ghoul Lich. This guy lets you do fun things, and also lets you rebuy after a wrath. You can play him, reset your board. Heartless Summoning, he's sick. With Heartless Summoning, you just cast all your guys on the cheap and just go crazy. And so we've got those creatures. To tie all together, you need some way to card draw because it takes half mana, 25 lands, 8 mana sources, and Farseek and Heartless Summoning. So I've got Tracker's Instincts, that off-malign common from Dark Ascension. Uncommon. It is uncommon. I don't know anything.
But that also combos well with your Haven Ghoul Lich, letting
Haven Ghoul Lich. Yeah, the thing is, normally after turn 2 or 3, you don't want mana anymore, so you skip your lands and your Farseeks and your Heartless Summonings, but you don't really want those at that point anyway. So it's almost all gravy, hitting your clones or your creatures or whatever. And then I was listening to aggro decks a lot, surprised with like clones, and so I'm playing 3 Mutilates to shore up that matchup. They're sweet. I'm only playing 14 Swamps, but Farseeks are Swamps.
Sure.
So that's 18. You never need You never need Mutilate for 4.
Right.
2, maybe sometimes 3 for
Reckoners and things like that. So the main deck looks fairly well handled to be able to deal with a Jund sort of mid-range metagame.
The goal for this deck was to beat up on mid-range and control decks with slimes and stuff.
And if you ever happen to face against aggro, we have some answers over here in the sideboard.
I have a sideboard.
We have a 4th Mutilate, of course, but we've also got some very interesting choices.
Yeah.
I want you to talk for a moment about Tree of Redemption.
Tree of Redemption. Remember that guy when he came out? Yeah, Kessel Wolfram would block the other red guys. Well, the thing is, aggressive decks all have Boros Reckoner, and you can't block him all that well.
Sure.
But if you have a 0-13 or -112, you can block him just fine. If they get you low, just flip things around, turn them upside down, and then hopefully you're alive long enough.
Right. You've also got a full playset of Vampire Nighthawks to be able to gain you more life.
Yeah.
Gloom Surgeon is a card that it pops up every once in a while. Very good against aggro decks. That's the main reason it's in
it was him or Fogbank. Fogbank doesn't die to Heartless Summoning, but most of the time in the aggressive like mono red decks, I don't want Heartless Summoning because I make my guys easier to kill and I have more action to do early on. So I just went Far Seeks and low drops. Gloom Surgeon can block a Reckoner, and once again, he doesn't get to shoot damage anywhere. The damage is prevented, so you can just block him all day. The Vampire Nighthawks, a lot of times they have Fire Fist Striker, so they can attack past you guys. So you've got to be doing something, get traction somehow, and attacking them, getting life gain back is one way to do it. He survives a Mutilate for 2, and your Tree of Redemption survives Mutilate for
a million,
whatever you want.
Almost all the lands in your deck.
Yes.
You also have a pair of demons.
Yeah, Bloodgift Demon.
Bloodgift Demon for the more control matchups?
Bloodgift Demon, for decks that I don't want Mutilate, such as Jund, control decks, the decks I'm aiming for anyway, I need 3 slots to bring in. And I've got 3 demons, 2 Bloodgift Demon, because they keep drawing you cards, and Grizzlebrand. Yeah.
That guy's pretty good. With a Heartless Summoning play, he only costs 6. For a 6/6.
And I got to cast him out of the graveyard
with
Haven Glitch, yes.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So this is Heartless Summoning's a card that has sort of been living on the fringes.
Yeah, it doesn't get a whole lot of love because it's kind of all in. Like, it's one of those cards you always want one of on turn 2, and then you never want it anymore again.
Now, before we leave, you have Progenitor Mimic.
I do.
You have several clones, but Progenitor Mimic creates tokens. So, of course, you need to start making tokens. And you have some very interesting tokens that we wanted to show off real quick. We've got some, you may remember, Kristen Pleskow does a lot of the art for Star City Games. We have a Desecration Demon token, among others over here. We got some really nice ones.
Slime.
We have a Beast token in case our Thragtusks die. And I think that she misunderstood what Geist of St. Traft was, and so instead she drew Geist of St. Taft.
Bust out of the bathtub.
So this won't stay in play very long.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty good one, and that's pretty exciting. So thank you for showing us.
Yeah, the deck is sweet. It's fun. Clones are awesome. You get to just have. There's so many more lines of play the clones open up that you can extort and hopefully win.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're looking to abuse Progenitor Mimic and Clone and all those goodies in Standard, this might be the deck for you.
Look right here.
Thanks for stopping by, David.
Thank you, Ruben.